Everyone tells us to live in the end, but no one is sharing how to actually do that. Everything you desire, whether it's love, money, success, comes down to confidence. If you're trying to receive those things as the version of you that's gotten you this far, it's just going to be a mismatch. And there's a level of embodiment and ultimately confidence that has to shift for you to truly live in the end of everything that you want to desire. I have manifested everything from $10,000 a night hotel suites to my husband to a full time business. And I can tell you that the thing that shifts everything is a level of certainty and embodiment on an identity level that tells the world, I'm not waiting for this thing. I already am this thing. This is week 3 of my Manifest in 4 Week Mirror Work Challenge, where we have been getting clear in our intentions, releasing the old stories. And in this week, we are going to live in the end. This is where we get to step into the version of you who already has and is everything you desire, where we get to reprogram you on an identity level to align with the truth of who you are, not the limitations that the stories you've been telling yourself have been having you believe. Most people think that manifestation is simply about vision boards or saying affirmations, and sure, those tools can work. But if you are still showing up as the version of you who thinks that she's broke, she's not pretty enough, she's not smart enough, she's not cool enough, you will never be able to consistently manifest your true desires. Because let's be clear, your identity is a reflection of your identity and the beliefs that you currently hold about yourself. So you will continue to self-sabotage or only allow yourself to get so far before you reach the peak of whatever it is that you believe about who you are. This week is an opportunity to shift that. So if you've been saying things like, I want 10K months, but you feel guilt around charging your worth, or I want love, but you keep accepting love that it was never meant for you in the first place, there's a version of you that you're seeing in the mirror that's not aligned with what you're calling in. And mirror work, as you all know, is my favorite tool to shift who I am being and call in what it is that I desire. First, we're going to do a journaling exercise before we dive into the actual practice of mirror work, which again is simply looking intentionally into your own eyes and speaking clear affirmations to yourself so that you can start to reprogram your subconscious mind. Because 95% of our lives are subconscious, meaning that we are not consciously doing actions or speaking things or filtering ideas. It is automatically happening in the background. And so the mirror is an amazing place to get to shift those patterns into patterns that actually serve who you want to step into and the things that you desire to call into your life. So based on the intention that you've set for yourself, what do you actually want to manifest and call in these 4 weeks? You are going to write out your new self-identity script. The version of yourself that is already on the other side of this manifestation, how does she show up? What does she believe about herself? What are her inner thoughts? What is her core values and beliefs about who she is in the world? This is really, really important to spend 5 to 10 minutes really journaling out and getting clear so that you have a clear roadmap of this identity that we are going to anchor in through the power of mirror work every single day this week. So last week, we started to release some of those beliefs and identities that were not serving us. And this week, we really want to anchor into the ones that you are now stepping into. A simple prompt you can use to do this are, what are 3 words to describe the version of who I'm becoming? Magnetic, powerful, free. What are 3 words to describe how this version of me shows up in rooms? I am confident. I am bold. I am assertive. How does this version of me handle money, relationships, love, right? You can keep going through every area of your life to get really clear on how this person, this version of you that is, by the way, already inside of you. I just want to help you remember the truth of who you are, not the limitations that you've set on yourself, how they show up in every area of their life. This is going to be really important before you go in front of the mirror and start speaking these affirmations into yourself. This is an opportunity to write your I am identity declaration, and we are going to speak this into the mirror every single day. I'm going to give you a quick little script prompt that you can use to write this out so that you have this as your guiding post. You can even put it on a quick little sticky note, staple it on your mirror, and every time you go in front of your mirror, whether you are brushing your teeth, doing your makeup, washing your face, take a few moments to anchor in to this new identity statement. So I'm going to use this as a woman, but feel free to adjust the language. I am a woman who I believe, I allow myself to, I no longer, I choose to, I honor myself by, and I am becoming a woman who. So an example of what I might say for myself, I'm actually going to read you my own identity statement, is I am a woman who owns her voice. I believe I am worthy of overflow in every area of my life. I allow myself to lead with truth in every room I enter. I no longer shrink to make other people comfortable. I choose to speak with clarity and move with power and grace. I honor myself by resting, trusting, and showing up fully and authentically. I am becoming a woman who builds legacy without apology. Now, you can even go deeper into this and talk about the different areas of your life that we identified in that first journaling prompt. How do you handle money? How do you handle love? How do you handle friendships? And really outline what this identity looks like and feels like in every area of your life. You're going to write this down, jot it on a sticky note, paste it to your mirror, and every single day, you are going to read this identity statement in the mirror. You can also freestyle. I'll show you an example of that right now. As I always say, you want to start with 10 intentional seconds in the mirror where you are creating eye contact with yourself. Now, I'm going to look at the camera because I can actually see myself as if it's a mirror in this camera. And this gets uncomfortable. Some of you shared on my last video that you started crying, you felt emotion, you weren't even able to get through the words. Give yourself grace. Really do this step by step. If you haven't watched week 1 and week 2 yet, be sure to go back and watch those after you finish this video so that you can catch up and really bring yourself step by step through this process. If you have been following and are on week 3, this is an opportunity to really take this to the next level. So you're, again, making eye contact with yourself, going beyond the physical, beyond what I just see in terms of my eyes or my face or my makeup or my hair or all the things that I want to critique or judge. And I'm just going to have 10 intentional seconds with myself. And this is an opportunity for me to speak life into the woman that I am embodying, the version of me who's already on the other side of everything that I am manifesting. I am a woman who takes up space. I am a woman who owns my voice. I am a woman who owns my power. I am clear. I am confident. I refuse to shrink. I own my authenticity, my vulnerability. I embrace discomfort. I believe that money is here in overflow. Hmm. I give and receive love with ease. Honor my own inner knowing. I trust my inner voice and guidance. I believe in my greatness. I believe in my ability to bring my vision to life. I know that I am worthy. I am so proud of me. I am so, so proud of me. I trust that every mistake or perceived failure is simply a redirection. I can't mess it up. Can't mess it up. I choose to go first, even when it's uncomfortable. I know that I am destined for greatness. Thank you. Thank you Natanya, for showing up every single day, for doing this work, pouring into yourself, for going beyond your self doubt and fears because you know that you are so much more than that. I'm so proud of you. Now, again, this can feel a little bit uncomfortable if this is your first time doing this, but with practice, which is why we're doing this every day for 7 days this week, you will embody this feeling. You are literally speaking to yourself, going beyond the physical, speaking to the core of who you are, the soul of who you are, beyond any physical body that you inhibit, and really pouring life into who you are embodying, the version of you that already is, has, does everything that you desire. Speak to them. You take this intentional time in the mirror. It can literally be 2 minutes a day that you just speak to yourself. You can do it every time you're in front of your mirror. You can do it once a day, at the end of the day, start of the day, doesn't matter. The most important thing is that you feel the feeling, that you allow yourself that moment with self. And every day, I want you to choose from either reading your identity statement that, again, you're going to write on day one, or you can freestyle like what I just did, where you are going to take versions of what you've written on that identity statement, but really just speak from the heart, speak from the truth, speak of all the different areas of life that are important to you, whether that is work or love or money or health. Speak what it is that you are now embodying. Who are you in these different areas of your life? Go beyond whatever limitations that you've placed on yourself up until now. Because again, the version of yourself that's gotten you this far cannot come with you where you are going. This is an opportunity to reprogram that subconscious system that is literally always running in the background and pour into it the things that you desire to be anchored into the truth of who you are. So that the next time you come up against a situation that feels uncomfortable, you remember that discomfort is your superpower, that any perceived mistake or failure is simply a redirection, that you cannot mess this up. Mirror work is an incredible, powerful tool. Doesn't matter whether you use your bathroom mirror, a handheld mirror, your phone on selfie mode, all of it works. And I would love to hear from you in the comments. Please share a part of your identity statement. Please share if you've been doing this practice, any shifts that you're noticing, because I know that 4 weeks of intentional mirror work, you can not only shift your identity, but you can manifest your deepest desires. Now, as you're doing this, you might feel some resistance. So, a little bonus tip I'm going to give you is that if while you're speaking in the mirror or writing out your journal, your identity statement, you feel any level of resistance, do not ignore it. Give it a voice. I'm not one of those people that just believes you just pour toxic positivity over negative thoughts. I believe in acknowledging where I am and gradually moving myself to where I desire to be. So when I say I am confident, I take up space. Maybe there's a part of me that feels like, oh, no, it's not safe to. I can't do that. I'm not cool enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not capable enough. I'm going to speak to that part of me. Hey, I know you're scared, and that's okay. It's okay to be scared. But what we're not doing anymore, Natanya, is allowing fear to be in the driver's seat. I'm in the driver's seat. So while I'm afraid of taking up space, I am afraid of people judging me. I know that I'm more than capable of fully owning my present, my voice, and I'm so proud of myself for finding that path for me. You see how I started to acknowledge where I was and gradually move myself to where I desire to be. It's important not to skip over that because a lot of people do, where you say something, but you don't really fully believe it. And guess what? You cannot lie to yourself. And so it's really important that you acknowledge where you are and then gradually move yourself to where you desire to be, because we cannot lie to ourselves. You are literally looking in the mirror at yourself. And so again, if you feel resistance come up, know that that's not a stop sign. It is simply an opportunity to acknowledge, bring that to life, give name to it, and also start to realize that that's not the truth of who you are. This is an opportunity to shift. This week is about choosing who you get to become on purpose every single day, to embody the level of confidence, of self-belief that is required to manifest everything that you desire. If you want to go deeper into mirror work, I recently hosted a 2-hour workshop where I take you through all of my different mirror work techniques and practices, and you get a deep dive and workbook and full access to that 2-hour workshop. You can click the link in my description to grab it for just $22. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Please share your identity statements, what you're calling in, and I cannot wait to see you on the next one.